Hello, and thank you for joining us on Blue Team Buddies this week and on our Tuesday Newsday. Today we're going to be covering some highlights of the last year. And Grim, why don't you start off with the first set of news?
Sure. Recently, there's been a bit of an issue with an email service provider. Roundcube flaws have led to breaches in about 80 organizations. Thanks to a Russian APT group, Roundcube, an email service provider, recently released info about a cross-site scripting bug affecting its platform. Winter Vivern, a Russian threat actor, has taken advantage of this flaw to target various webmail servers in the countries. The group's aim has been to gain information to help benefit their interests in the Ukrainian war. We'll see how that turns out for them. Iranian threat actors have used a backdoor to target various policymakers that hold an interest in the Middle East. This Iranian threat actor, named Charming Kitten, cute but deadly, has used a fake webinar portal to target these policymakers. It's called Basic Star, and it is anything but, as this threat actor will do various intensive research on their target and structure this portal to be very convincing to each individual organization it targets. And finally, deepfakes have actually been used to trick banks' biometrics. There's a Chinese actor named Gold Factory who has been apparently using deepfakes to trick this banking app's biometric systems. They've been targeting various users in Thailand and Vietnam with social engineering methods to convince them that this app is actually a public service or a government app, and just go ahead and record a video for us to prove that you're authentic. And then in the meanwhile, we'll just download that as long as any ID documents you've got in the background. It's fine. Don't worry. Trust us. We're the government. We're here to help. And while this may be limited to Thailand and Vietnam for now, if this does see a high degree of success, it's probably going to be used by various other actors. Over to you, Hef.
Thanks, Grim. You know that, what was it called?
Gold Factory is the threat actor, and the app is Golden Pickaxe.
There's got to be a James Bond joke in there somewhere. I'll find one.
Indeed.
Thank you. So right now, I'm going to cover some of the highlights of last year, the emerging threats and notable incidents as the year unfolded, because several trends and incidents left an undeniable mark on the cybersecurity landscape. For instance, exploiting OneNote for malicious payloads, cybercriminals leveraged Microsoft OneNote to deliver many malicious payloads to victims, including Redline, Agent Tesla, QuasarRat, and others. This previously underutilized Office program became a favored tool due to its low suspicion and widespread usage. In our next topic, SEO poisoning in Google ads. Malicious actors resorted to SEO, or search engine optimization, poisoning tactics, deploying phishing links through Google ads to deceive unsuspecting victims. These links led to cloned benign web pages, avoiding Google's detection and remaining active for extended periods. Prominent malware families, including Raccoon Stealer and Iced ID, capitalized on this strategy. I'd like to point you to a video we recently did on setting up Pi-hole. Pi-hole is a Raspberry Pi operating system or add-on for Raspberry Pi OS that acts as a DNS server and blocks ads, and that would include Google ads that may have SEO poisoning to protect you and mitigate against those threats. Darkgate malware delivered via Microsoft Teams. While most of you are well acquainted with the dangers of traditional phishing attacks, such as those delivered via email or other media, a large proportion are likely unaware that Microsoft Teams chats could be a phishing vector. Most Teams activity is intra-organizational, but Microsoft enables external access by default, which allows members of one organization to add users outside the organization to their Teams chats. Perhaps predictably, this feature has provided malicious actors a new avenue by which to exploit untrained or unaware users. Microsoft does make it easy to limit B2B and B2C Teams chats, however, and turn off guest access with conditional access policies. Microsoft has this outlined and documented on their site. In our next story, NSO Group adds MMS fingerprinting zero-click attack to spyware arsenal. You may know of NSO Group by their Pegasus malware on mobile devices. A Swedish researcher at the telecom and cybersecurity firm Enea has discovered a previously unknown tactic that the NSO Group, an Israeli company, has made available for use in campaigns to drop its notorious Pegasus mobile spyware tool on mobile devices belonging to targeted individuals worldwide. The researcher discovered the technique when looking into an entry entitled MMS Fingerprint on a contract between an NSO Group reseller and Ghana's telecom regulator. The contact described MMS Fingerprint as something that an NSO customer could use to obtain details about a target BlackBerry, Android, or iOS device and its operating system version, simply by sending an MMS or a multimedia service message to it. The FBI took down a botnet of small office home office or SOHO routers used by Russia's main intelligence directorate of the General Staff, GRU, to proxy malicious traffic and to target the United States and its allies in spear phishing and credential theft attacks. This network of hundreds of Ubiquiti Edge OS routers infected with MooBot malware was controlled by GRU Military Unit 26165, also tracked as APT-28, Fancy Bear, and Sednet. The Russian hackers' targets include U.S. and foreign governments, military entities, and search and security and corporate organizations. And that's my last story for today. Thank you for joining us at Blue Team Buddies. Please like and hit that subscribe. And Grim, do you have any closing comments or remarks?
Not a whole lot. Just want to warn the users at home and at work to pay attention to any phishing activity. We're seeing a rise in it across the industry as more and more actors are trying to get in, as well as the rise of various different groups who are trying to use phishing to get in. So just be aware of the fact that they're using ChatGPT and other tools to get smarter, faster, quicker. So watch your emails and text messages, folks.
Yeah, because we don't have the same security tools for email as we do in work. You know, when we're dealing with our iCloud or Gmail or Hotmail or AOL or whatever email account you have. And so you kind of have to keep a raised eyebrow for all these different emails coming in, especially when you see an email come in that has urgency to it. You know, an email might say something like, your balance is running low, or your Coinbase card was hacked. Click here quickly to log in and check its balance. Anything that sounds like it has urgency to it, look at those emails with a raised eyebrow. Look for misspellings. Look at the from address. You can highlight, hover your mouse over it to make sure, you know, it's coming from somebody you know and trust. If it's not, then you can report it. If you use Apple Mail, you can report it as phishing. With Hotmail, you can also report it as phishing. I'm not sure about the other email providers. Yahoo probably has something as well. But those are my tips anyway, to hopefully help keep you secure. And with that,
And even there's actually one other vector that wasn't mentioned, which is evidently some actors are actually turning towards voicemail links right within that page. So it says, oh, hey, you've got a new voicemail. What does any user do? Click, and it redirects you to a malware URL to go ahead and, you know, download that happy malware.
right, a good thing to ask yourself is this how I usually check my voicemail? Is by getting an email with a voicemail attached to it? Probably not, right? So that's a tip for you there. Again, just use, sometimes common sense is hard, especially when you're busy and again, they have that sense of urgency to those emails. It's really hard. And I just hope that we can give you the tools and the knowledge you need to better prepare yourself and mitigate from these attacks, because they're just all over the place now. Well, with that, thank you. Again, give a like, a subscribe, leave a comment. If you think anything should be added to this segment, let us know. If there are any sources that we aren't getting, or maybe you'd find beneficial to everybody else, let us know. And thank you very much. Anything else, Graham?
Nope, I got nothing.
Thanks again and stay secure. Thanks again. Bye bye.